Hello everyone, and welcome to the second installment of League of Its Own. I'm Mason, and I'm really excited for the deck today. So today we're going to be playing Snakes and Ladders. This is the deck that was tuned and wrote a lot by J.D. Klomparens, and then Barrich? Yes, Aaron Barrich, that's how you say his last name. He got second place at GP Memphis with. And this is a deck I'm really excited about. I haven't got to play this deck at all, but I was really excited when I saw Hadana's Climb for it to be in a snake shell. So I didn't mess with it. I haven't played a lot of snake decks. I figured other people would find it. And then this has been found, and we're coming near the end of the PPDQ season. It's a deck I really haven't given the time that I probably should have, and it deserves, with the amount of results and success they've been having with the deck. And it's a deck that does look quite fun to play, so I thought this would be a fun deck to run through, even though I never played it before. You know, not every time we're going to run through a league like we did last time when deck I played a lot, so might as well make that in the second episode. So this deck is very stock. The only thing that's different is the list I found had 23 lands in the 4th Blossoming Defense instead of a 24th land, and the 24th land was like a, I think it was a, I can't remember now, what's it called? This thing, a Hashep Oasis. And so I was like, we'll try something different. We're skipping on lands a little bit, but I like Blossoming Defense a lot as a card, so it's going to be quite a fun experience there. And, you know, when we draw the 4th Blossoming Defense and we can't play our Gearhulk and lose, we can come back to this moment right here and just be really happy with ourselves. So the deck's really just the stock J. Dean and Aaron list. I haven't seen a lot of deviations, like I said. The biggest deviation I saw was the 1 land difference of the Blossoming Defense. And I really like Blossoming Defense, so I think it's a well-positioned card. I think it's one of the reasons to be on this deck. This deck pressures your opponent really quickly and tries to kill them with Hadana's Climb and just a bunch of good 2-drops into powerful 3 and 4 drops. So, you know, we have Glint-Sleeve Siphoner and Snake, which are really good. We have Hadana's Climb, which turns all our cards into must-answer threats. And then we have Bristling Hydra, which is a card that's still really good. You just don't really have the energy to support it. But with our deck, it's quite easy to have excess energy because I imagine our Glint-Sleeve Siphoners are going to die a lot. And for this thing to have 2 protection, and it easily turns itself on for Hadana's Climb, which will kill them. And one last thing before we start the league here, in case you don't know what Hadana's Climb does. Basically, at the beginning of combat, you put a +1/+1 on a target creature, and if that creature has 3 or more +1/+1 counters, it transforms into the Winged Temple of Oresco. And the Winged Temple of Oresco says 1 blue-green tap, target creature gets +X/+X, where X is its power, and flying. So basically, you double its power and give it flying. So I was at the PTQ in Memphis. I sat next to J. Dean, and I watched her ask her mono red opponent cards in hand. He said 0, and she's like, beginning of combat, trigger on a snake, get 2 counters. She has 4 counters, Blossoming Defense, double it, attack you for 20, you're dead. So you can 20 people real easily. I mean, more likely we're going to 16 people a lot, is what I think. But 16 is a lot of damage. I think we can figure out the other 4, especially in a Walking Ballista deck, which we can't even talk about how amazing Walking Ballista is with Hadana's Climb, where you just play it for a bunch, make it bigger, flip it, and then double. You kind of actually triple your damage because you deal the damage you do with the hit, and then you shoot them a bunch. So it's very easy to one-shot people with a big Walking Ballista in late game. But enough of that. Let's hop right into the games. All right, and we are here for game number 1. And let's look at our hand. So we've got 3 lands, Walking Ballista, and 2 Hydras. We can probably do better, but I'm not actually sure. This is one of the things why I would have never played the deck before. I've played against it once or twice, but you know, I think since we don't even have double green for our Hydra, and we really need them, we're just going to mulligan. Alright, so this hand's less powerful than the other hand, but we can play all our stuff, so we're going to keep it. And we're going to keep the Jade... Well, so if we keep Jadelight Ranger, it does a few things. It'll prevent us from getting land flooded, and we can remove cards we don't need in the matchup. Although we already have 1 Jadelight, so I'm going to bottom since we're on the draw. Oops, let's get our hand in CMC order here. Alright, we're playing against mono red. We're going to lead on Fetid Pools. Well, we could lead on... This is interesting. So if we lead on Swamp, we really only want to Fatal Push Karizev, and they could be the green-red monsters deck. So we're going to actually just lead on Swamp. Since it will only really hurt us if we draw a Verdurous Gearhulk that we could play on turn 4 thanks to Servant. Since next turn we're definitely playing Servant. We also might want to cycle this. So, alright, so it is green-red monsters. Interesting. Alright, well, Jig's up. And I think we want to play Servant, because I think we want to set up a Siphoner auto draw, and it's pretty clear to me that the green-red monsters deck keeps this hand. They have a Braid or Magma Spray. And they might have both, but we're going to try and play around it as best we can. Alright. Also, we could easily draw a Blossoming Defense and just get them, so. Okay. So this is a moment where the Fetid Pools does come back to bite us, because we could have had the Fetid Pools in play and played Siphoner plus pushed this. It's kind of life, but you know. We made our decisions. Okay, interesting. So now we can play Snake, which is almost guaranteed to die. Next turn they're going to probably play Bird or double 2-drop. So I kind of like just playing the Siphoner and getting our card draw on. And then we can figure out what we want to do from there. So this way, next turn we can go Jadelight plus Fatal Push, or we can go Snake plus another 2-drop if we draw one off here. Also, if we go Snake plus 2-drop, I'm pretty happy about it because we're getting double energy here, and we're setting up for a Jadelight to get double counters. This is probably a Phoenix. Alright. Oh yeah, give me that card. Alright. So we started to flood a little bit. Cascading, I'm not playing this. What do we want to do now? I feel like we do just want to play this Winding Constrictor, because it sets up for the Jadelight and make sure we draw a card. And then make sure our next Glint-Sleeve will draw a card as well. Not that we can care too much about drawing cards for much longer, but we're going to need to draw a Hadana's Climb or something big here in order to win. Alright, we'll play a Snake. Whoa, almost misclicked. Not that we could have taken it back, but still. Now we're representing Blossoming Defense as well, which is nice. Commune with the Dinosaurs. This is interesting. I haven't seen this yet from the deck. This actually makes a lot of sense. You hit land drops, and if you play Carnage Tyrant main deck, you can play Regisaur Alpha too. This is kind of spicy. Assuming you play like Regisaur Alpha. Thrashing Brontodon. Oh, that's a good dinosaur to play. Right, let's get rid of this Commune with the Dinosaur. I didn't actually notice that off this. So our opponent has got Ronus mana. I am just going to Fatal Push this Branch Walker. If we don't, we're going to fall to 9 and be dead to any pump spell or any hasty creature the next turn, but this way we are not dead to one. By the way, we're so lucky they didn't play like a Glorybringer. Our hand was really weak to Glorybringer. Alright, they're going to play another Phoenix. Oh, Thrashing Brontodon, sure. Yeah, we got to draw a card. Okay, Walking Ballista is pretty good here. We can play Walking Ballista for 2 and it comes in at... I guess it actually doesn't do anything, does it? If we attack with Snake, they definitely block with Brontodon, right? I think I'm okay with that. And they Magma Spray. They would have Magma Sprayed here. Alright. So I want to play no lands, and I want to play this. Oh no, I have to play a green. Yeah, that's right, that's right. That card costs a green. So that's interesting. We drew a land, and we have a Blossoming Defense on top. They're at 16. If they play a Glorybringer next turn, we're going to go to 3, and this doesn't really do much. All it really does is... Oh, we're going to graveyard it. I think we need to draw Hadana's Climb. But I think if we draw Hadana's Climb, we're very close to winning the game. Alright. Our opponent's moving to combat. They might have just another... It's got to be like a Phoenix or something. Maybe they kept like a slower hand. So we might need to play this Walking Ballista for X's 3. Make it a 4/4 and shoot down the bird. That's looking to be our play. Which is fine, but I'm not super excited. It is interesting because our Siphoner is making it closer for us to die. I'm interested. Will they... Yeah, they're definitely going to hit our creature. There's no reason not to. I'm trying to think if there was any reason to hit anything else. Alright, we need to just draw a card, I think. Alright, so Gearhulk's a big game. So if we Gearhulk and we put all the counters on our creatures, our Siphoner would be the one with the most counters. And that would make it a 5/5. So they go to 13, and then they block the snake. They wouldn't be dead. I can play Walking Ballista plus Constrictor. I think that makes the most sense. So we'll play this. Just in case they kill anything. Normally we want to main phase 2 this, but I don't want them to kill the snake. Okay, so they did end up killing the snake. Alright, so we're just gonna have to unsummon the bird. Which I think is fine. It is interesting. We could. No, that wouldn't be good. I was thinking we could block the Death Gorge Scavenger and shoot their face. But we need to see what they play. Was I supposed to attack first? I think I made a mistake in not attacking first there. So they didn't kill my snake any other times, but they are getting pretty close to dead. I don't really think the bird coming back will matter too much. Alright, well, we're just going to shoot this. And they have to do it, in case I'm not paying attention. Don't you do this to me, Moto. Alright. Now if we draw another Ballista, we get to kill it, which is nice. And they have to gain life. I mean, they have to not gain life because they want to not lose to the snake in combat. This is very interesting. So if we... Alright, they gain life. So if we just play this Gearhulk next turn, right? And we put 5 counters here, that's 7. They block here, 9, they don't die. We have to block when the bird kills us, since we can't kill them on the next turn. Well, we could draw a Ballista. Yeah, Ballista would save us. But if I block, I get to draw a card and not die to the bird. So I think that's the play I want to make. Man, Siphoner is so good and it goes unchecked. Alright. So now we can play our Bristling Hydra. So if we play Bristling Hydra, it makes it so we don't lose to Kenra. With a red Kenra. We lose to the green Kenra no matter how we play it. So I attack with both. I could play Verdurous Gearhulk and put all the counters here. No, they still don't have to block then. They just go to 2. Alright. I keep thinking it's going to kill them, but them gaining the life is what's throwing off my math here. Alright. I guess I should have actually played this Hydra first in case they kill it with trigger on stack. Alright. Maybe I'm just supposed to play the Gearhulk and just get the damage in and just be like, 5 counters on Glint-Sleeve Siphoner, 7 ya. And they'd be at 3 and be forced to kill me. Alright. Blossoming Defense. It's funny, they need to attack, I think. Well, if they attack, though, our Siphoner has the chance to, like, gimp them. And they just can't take that risk, I think. But I get to draw a card if they don't attack. I guess it depends. I think the last card in their hand has to be, like, a land or a Blossoming Defense or something. Because they just haven't used it. They left the Blossoming Defense on top. Well, if it was a Blossoming Defense, we'd be dead. Alright. So, if I draw a card here, I have to kill them this turn. If I don't draw a card, what happens? I attack with everything. Yeah, not playing this last turn was a mistake. We threw away the game. If we draw Blossoming Defense, can we win the game? So our Siphoner would be 6, 8, 10. Yeah. So we just can't draw. Well, if we make this thing 6, right? That means they double block here, and these will actually kill them. So they have to go block, block. So if I draw a card, I'm just dead if I don't draw a Ballista. Okay. So if I play Verdurous Gearhulk now, I can put all the counters here, force a block on this one, and then the bird will come back. But I think that's fine. We were supposed to play this last turn for sure. So if I attack like this, he goes chump, chump. So we do work towards actually killing them. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, I should have played that first to save my Hydra. That was really bad. I played this game really, really terribly. Like, this is... Okay. Yeah, I knew they had Blossoming Defense on top. Oh, I'm so dumb. I knew they had that card on top from the turn before. Oh, I had to draw because I was dead. Oh, that's the beats. Alright, we played that game terribly. Really bad. We need to play better. Alright, Vraska's Contempt, I think, is a card we won against them. By the way, this... Let me see if... Huh. Alright, I was seeing... I had J. Dean's article up, but she doesn't have a sideboarding guide. I had read it when it first came out and trimmed and skimmed it, so just curious. Alright. Fatal Push is fine in the matchup, but I think Vraska Contempt is better. Yeah, we just threw that game. I knew they had Blossoming Defense, so we had to draw. And I'm sure everyone at home is just screaming at their PC. I'm sorry. Alright. This is an interesting hand. It doesn't do a whole lot, but I've got double Vraska's Contempt, so I'm going to keep. It could be you're just not allowed to keep hands like this, because it's like too slow and too do nothing, but... Alright, that is Shelter Thicket. Ooh. Alright. They probably have to kill this. They don't kill this, I'm gonna be happy. I get to get the Jadelight down. Well, they... Interesting. I wonder if they're gonna try and kill this with Trigger on the stack. We'll Blossoming Defense to save it. Alright, put to Graveyard because we need to hit a land. Oh, Hadana's Climb. That's interesting. So if we take Hadana's Climb... Huh. It will transform into a land? Yeah, I'm going to keep it. But I'm not going to attack with my Servant. Since I want to keep the Branchwalker staying alive is the key to the Hadana Climb keep, so... Alright. And I think they can figure out... Well, I think they'd want to kill that over the Servant anyway, so... Hopefully they don't have another 2-mana kill spell. If they do, we get a 3/3 Servant and we just start bashing. Alright. They might have it, but... Alright, we hit 4 lands, and I believe this is a rainbow land. Oh, yeah. We did it. Wait, they're actually dead, aren't they? Yeah, they're dead on board if they don't put a blocker down. Alright, that's a good blocker. I'll play this. Ah, so this is why they play this deck. It's insane. Alright, get them. They have to play a flyer where they're dead. Oh, Chandra works. They just, yeah. They think they're gonna go to 1. I'll play a Gearhulk. Okay. It's like we're gonna put 3 in, 1 in the Hulk, just in case they have a kill spell. Yeah, we could bring this in. I think it's probably fine against the more aggressive ones, but we haven't seen a Kenra in 2 matches. I almost wonder if they're the Naya version, and we just haven't seen the green, or the white, I'm sorry. I think this hand's good. I think we just want to curve out on our mana here. Alright. Forced? Cool. So I want to play Snake because they have Magma Spray up, and they might have a Braid, but at least they have to use their whole turn to answer it. And if we play this and they have Magma Spray, then we're just like super got. Even though we can double spell if we play it, right? I just don't think it's worth it. This the art? Yeah, that's the right art. Okay. Oh, hello. How you doing, Hadana's Climb? You get to attack for 4. I think that's better than blocking, because their next turn play is play a Chandra or play a... Alright. Hadana's legendary, right? It is. Okay. I think we want to play this Walking Ballista. No, we just want to play another Snake. We're going to put it on this Snake so we can attack for 4 if they have a... Okay, they just have Hadana. They just had the answer on board. I'm dumb. But we are setting up for this Hadana's Climb, which is nice. Are they going to play a Glorybringer? Because that's really bad news for us. Register Alpha. Okay, so they were playing that card. Attack for 3 here. Yeah. Played pretty badly that turn, you know, but that's life. Alright. Blue. This. Hadana. Alright. So if I put the counters here, both have to be blocked. Or both can't be blocked, I should say. So they have to kill me on the next turn. So they play another Register Alpha. So they play a Glorybringer. They attack for 8, 11. We go to 3. They play Galta, we die. But we can't. Galta has Trample. Hang on. We're going to go use the old power of Google since we don't have a judge. Galta. Primal Hunger. Fun fact. Galta does, in fact, have Trample. So we're just dead to Galta no matter how we slice it. We could double hold back and fly. No, we need to attack here. Well, if we attack like this, then the Walking Ballista kills them if they don't block. Yeah, we're going to attack like this. Alright, so they're dead if they don't kill us this turn. They didn't think about it too much, which makes me think I'm dead. I'm just going to get Galted. Oh, yeah. Second Register Alpha would do it, because they give haste to each other. Oh, man, it's exactly lethal, too. So if I hold back the one Snake, we probably win. Well, they might block. Yeah, that was just bad. Whatever. We played really poorly that game. I didn't even think... I didn't think of all the way through. All right. Next game.